October 21st, 2019, at MetLife Stadium, the Jets are facing the New England Patriots in a Monday Night Football game. The Patriots are blitzing, and Sam Darnold is mic'd up, and he says 3 words, "I'm seeing ghosts."
Seeing ghosts.
6 years later, he is the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, going against the Los Angeles Rams, 1 win away from the Super Bowl. And I want to explain the rise of Sam Darnold, from seeing ghosts to seeing the Super Bowl. First, let's look at this guy. His name is Dick Hammer, a USC basketball player, and he was literally one of the Marlboro men in the advertisement. And this is his grandson, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold was a basketball player first. He was a 2-time league MVP in basketball.
I actually didn't leave early senior year because I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to finish out my senior basketball season, and because I knew I was going to redshirt at USC anyways.
So coming out of high school, nobody really knows what to make out of it.
We're here with Sam Darnold from San Clemente High School. Sam, your year's been an interesting story. It's been well documented, missing most of the last season. Talk about being able to come here after this spring and be able to compete in this environment.
Just competing in this environment is a great experience, just with all the best quarterbacks all over the nation, and it's a great experience.
And talk about your skill set. What are you bringing to the table as a quarterback?
I think I can bring obviously passing ability and running ability, be able to extend the play when I need to, and escape the pocket when I need to.
The scouts have almost no tape on him. So USC defensive coordinator Justin Wilcox looks at Sam Darnold and doesn't see a quarterback. He tries to recruit him as a linebacker. But here's the thing about Sam Darnold. It's not like he had a private coach who was grooming him and helping him to build his mechanics to be a quarterback since the age of 9. But then he wins the starting job at USC and everything accelerates.
Once I was named the starter, I just was focused on doing my job.
Last year, no one really knew who you were. And now you're a Heisman frontrunner. People are talking about you being the #1 pick of the draft next year.
That's crazy.
Is it just wild to you, like a difference a year makes?
And he shocks Penn State in the Rose Bowl. He threw 5 touchdown passes and set a Rose Bowl record at the time. It's April 26, 2018. The Jets drafted Sam Darnold 3rd overall.
Sam, how you doing?
Yeah.
We meet again. So soon. Glad to have you, man. More than happy to have you. Unbelievable. Didn't think you'd be here. Oh, it's going to be outstanding.
3rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select Sam Darnold, quarterback, USC.
A 20-year-old becomes the youngest Week 1 starting quarterback in decades. The Jets' plan wasn't wait and see. It was rescue us right now.
So Tony Romo is very much on the bandwagon for all the Sam Darnold hype. Again, Darnold, the high draft pick in New York with all the expectations and all of the hype that has surrounded him. So Tony Romo, who of course does the games on CBS, said the following. I really think Sam is going to be one of the great quarterbacks in the National Football League. I think he's got a chance before he finishes his career at some point to possibly be the top guy. Tom Brady's going to be done one day. I think when he goes away, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be the guy until he's done. But that next phase, there's a chance. I see certain traits in Sam Darnold that are rare.
So by 2020, the Jets go 2-14, and Sam Darnold numbers really drop. Look at this. Across 38 games from 2018 to 2020, he's 13-25 as a starter, 45 touchdowns, 39 interceptions. In 2020, it gets worse. His passer rating is 72.7. The New York Jets environment was not ideal for Sam. He was very poised coming in. He actually had the skill sets that you will want from a prototypical quarterback, but the Jets environment was not ready for him. So the Jets do what the Jets do, pull the trigger, trading Sam Darnold to the Carolina Panthers for a 6th-round pick.
I think it's great for the Jets. And the reason I say it, you want a guy that's going to win 30-year games? Because that's what Sam Darnold was. But I remember now, I was one of the only guys that warned all the Jet fans that maybe this isn't as good a choice as you think it is. I was all in the Josh Allen corner then.
Yeah.
But I think I was the only one. But now it seems like there's a lot of people that claim they were on that same bandwagon, even though it's not the case. But I love being right. I was right on this one. I did say that, everybody rips Mark Sanchez, but how's he look compared to Sam Darnold?
23-year-old quarterback that I think has a lot of promise.
I'm just saying he's 23 years old and he didn't have good coaching. He didn't have a good organizational structure. The Jets are notoriously dysfunctional. Sam Darnold gets a fresh start.
Stability and confidence help a football player. They actually make a football player. And if you don't have stability and confidence, then you're a shell of what you should be. And Sam Darnold has not had stability, and he's lost his confidence. And we saw that all in the NFL films where you say, I'm seeing ghosts out here. He hasn't had the head coaching. He hasn't had the coordinators. He hasn't had the confidence in himself. So I feel that if he does get that stability and he gets his confidence back, he could be a good quarterback.
Now, Sam Darnold didn't lose his talent in New York. He actually lost his confidence. The transition to Carolina was an attempt to find that confidence, but it was very difficult for him to do it. Carolina didn't just want a backup. They immediately exercised his fifth-year option, guaranteeing him nearly $19 million. In 2021, Sam started off 3-0. Through the start of the season, he captured 6 total touchdowns and 1 interception. Then Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. Then everything changes for Sam. He threw 10 interceptions over the next 6 games. By week 7, he got benched against the New York Giants. Then he fractured his shoulder and ended the 2021 season with 9 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. Carolina ended that year with 5-12 record. 2022 turns into another blow. He lost his starting job, but then after being benched for Baker Mayfield and PJ Walker, Sam Darnold returned late in 2022 under interim coach Steve Wilkes. He went 4-2, proving that when the scheme was simplified and the run game was strong, he could still play winning football. In 2023, Sam Darnold did something rare for a former top 3 pick. He stopped trying to be the savior of a franchise. He signed a 1-year, $4.5 million deal with the San Francisco 49ers.
The 49ers quarterback room now welcomes a veteran newcomer in Sam Darnold. Sam, welcome to the Bay Area.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here.
So you were involved in a trade earlier in your career. That doesn't really leave you much choice, but this time you get to decide where you land. What made you ultimately choose San Francisco?
Yeah, I think ultimately it is the scheme with Kyle and obviously the personnel as well, the players, and I think first and foremost, it's the organization. It's, the people that surround this entire place. You hear about it being in other places, being in New York, being in Carolina, you hear about, how great San Francisco is as an organization from top to bottom. And just in my first day here, getting to walk around the facility and get to meet a bunch of people, you kind of get a feel for it already. And, I understand what a special place this is, and that was kind of the draw for me.
You mentioned Kyle Shanahan and then also his offensive scheme. How do you think that you can really grow and develop in that?
Yeah, I think there's a ton of ways to grow and develop, just by getting tons and tons of reps throughout practice, and, being able to watch film, sit down with Kyle, sit down with Greasy, and just be able to, and the other quarterbacks, Trey and Brock, just to be able to, sit down with them and just talk ball. Obviously, those guys have all been in the system for a long time, and, to be able to kind of understand, the thought process behind certain concepts or certain plays, it's going to be really fun.
It was a strategic move because he spent a year with Kyle Shanahan and had no pressure to win because of Brock Purdy's starting role. And he took advantage of building reps inside the league's most quarterback-friendly system. But under Kyle Shanahan and passing game coordinator Clint Kubiak, Sam Darnold didn't just learn a new playbook. He learned a new mentality. Brock Purdy told him to stop trying to be Superman and start being a point guard. Just get the ball to the playmakers and let them be great. In 2024, Minnesota signed Sam Darnold to a 1-year, $10 million prove-it contract.
Excited for this opportunity, just to be able to be with this organization, to be with these coaches, and to be with these players.
What's it like to come back in the building?
Yeah, obviously it's great to be back. It's been a while since I played here. I played here my first year in Carolina coming back. That was the last time I played here, but yeah, it's always good to get back in MetLife. There's a lot of storylines that could be written, the first few weeks of the season, going back to MetLife week 1. And then, obviously playing San Francisco week 2.
Sam Darnold,
The backup to Purdy last year with the 49ers starts for Minnesota.
For me and for us as a whole, it's taking it really one day at a time, making sure that, we're doing everything that we can every single day to just put ourselves in a great position to go out there and compete.
Play action to Jones. Back to pass. Bosa picked up. Deep shot. Jefferson. Yes! Caught at the 50. Heads left to the 40. Comes back to the 25. Heads to the right. He's trying to outrun the Niners. To the 5. Touchdown! A 97-yard touchdown!
He explodes. He finished the season with 4,319 yards and 35 touchdowns and a 102.5 passer rating. To put this into perspective, he won 14 regular season games in 2024 alone. The Jets only won 13 total games during all 3 of this season in New York combined. Then in the wild card round against the Rams on January 12, 2025, he struggled with 2 turnovers in the first round exit. 2025, the Seattle Seahawks make the boldest move of the season. They traded away veteran quarterback Geno Smith to the Raiders and handed Sam Darnold a 3-year, $100 million contract with $55 million guaranteed.
Love it for Sam Darnold. Incredible story of a guy that just consistently persevered, opportunity presented for himself. Clint Kubiak's the offensive coordinator in Seattle. He runs the very same system that Kevin O'Connell does in Minnesota, so I love that. If I'm Sam Darnold now, it's like, okay, who are you getting at wide receiver? The offensive line is a below average unit right now, so you're leaving a very different, at least, cocoon of what you had in Minnesota. Again, the scheme is going to be lateral, but they're going to need to try to build the proper people around Sam Darnold, somewhat similar to what he had in Minnesota, because I love Sam. He will not be the same player in Seattle.
They don't just give him the money. They give him the keys to a system built for his success. Reunited him with his San Francisco mentor, Clint Kubiak. Sam Darnold responds by leading Seattle to a 14-3 regular season. An oblique injury late in the season threatens to derail the Seahawks' deep playoff run, just as the pressure reaches peak. Then January 11, 2026 divisional round, Seattle blows out the 49ers, the same team he was just a backup for 2 years prior. Sam Darnold plays efficient football. On January 25, 2026, Sam Darnold finally kills the big game narrative. In the NFC Championship game, despite barely practicing all week due to his injury, he outduels Matthew Stafford in a 31-27 thriller. He finished with 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, and most importantly, 0 turnovers.
Is all those valleys that he's been in never broke him. It never broke him. It's almost, it's weathered him. It's toughened him, because there were moments this year where it wasn't flawless for him. There was a couple week stretch you're like, are you reverting back? Gosh, the first time that they played the Rams, he was terrible. And so I think that when you watch a guy play yesterday, he has been through so much of the mocking and the bottom of the barrel that you get to a point where you can just play free. I'm not worried about the mistakes anymore. I'm so confident in myself. The people that have built him up, the Kyle Shanahans, the Kevin O'Connells, the Clint Kubiaks, believing in him, you saw that play itself out in the most critical moment.
Go through the peaks and valleys of a career, and here it is, Sam Darnold, in the same class with 2 MVPs in his class. Baker Mayfield, who's had a really, really good career, and it's Sam Darnold, the last one standing in that class.
6 years after seeing ghosts against the New England Patriots, Sam Darnold is going to Super Bowl 60 to face those same very New England Patriots that almost derailed his career. But now he's 1 win away from the Lombardi Trophy. So for 3 years in New York, Sam Darnold was a savior without a system. He was a 20-year-old kid who was asked to build a franchise from the ground up. In Carolina, it was his second chance, but the lack of stability took its own course. But then came the gap year in San Francisco. He took a pay cut to become an apprentice. He just has to be a point guard. He also learned that when you have the right scheme, the right coaching, and the right weapons, the ghosts disappear. So when he got to Minnesota and Seattle, Sam Darnold didn't magically get stronger or faster. He got stability. In Minnesota, he got a head coach in Kevin O'Connell who spoke his language. And in Seattle, he has a play caller in Kubiak who knew exactly how to weaponize his deep ball. The media spent 6 years calling Sam Darnold a bust. From seeing ghosts at MetLife Stadium to seeing the confetti in the NFC Championship, Sam Darnold has rewritten his legacy. He's no longer a meme. He's no longer a backup. He's the man who survived to become the savior that they always said he would be. This is the rise of Sam Darnold.